I'm going to turn my work and then I'm going to continue. Ah ha ha, drop a stitch, which is not necessarily as scary in crochet as it is in knitting. Just saying. Hi everyone, and welcome back to Miss Crafts Let's a Layer. If you're new here, my name is Barbie, and I am a multi-crafter, any of which could end up on this channel. So if that is something you are interested in, hit the subscribe button. I am trying to post weekly, so yeah. Today is an extra video, so it's probably not going to be very heavily edited. So as many know, Joann's did file a second bankruptcy. I want to say it was around January 16th of 2025, if not directly on. Um, and their main goal right now is to just completely sell the business. That being said, the main and the only bidder that I have seen being talked about as to have put a bid in is the kind of place that will go in and liquidate and then close the store down. That being said, I have been seeing a lot of people on many different platforms who are running to their local Joann's and spending an absurd amount of money and panic buying. So I am here with 5 reasons why you should not be going to Joann's to panic buy, and 1 reason you should run to Joann's to panic buy. The first reason that I am going to give you as to not run to panic buy is your finances. If you do not have the money to run to Joann's to buy a bunch of yarn or fabrics or notions or anything that is under the roof of Joann's, then by all means, do not feel you need to run to Joann's to buy any of this stuff. Your finances and you having money to put food on your table or a roof over your house or clothes on your back is more important than whatever money you could possibly potentially save by getting stuff that you may not technically need. Yes, as a crafter, we think we need it all, but in reality, we do not. I am not telling you to not go and buy. I am just saying you do not need to fill the boot or the trunk of your car with a whole bunch of stuff from Joann. My English came out a little bit. Did you see that? My English heritage came out a little bit. Your boot of your car. Thanks, Grandma. The second reason to not go and panic buy from Joann's is if you do not have the space to store a bunch of stuff from Joann. So if you are limited in space, or if you are like me and have spent the entire fall chipmunk hoarding yarn and other crafty stuff for your hibernation during the winter, then do not go and buy a bunch. If you have enough yarn at home or if you have enough supplies for what you want to do, um, because this is for Joann in general. This isn't for just yarn or just fabric. If you don't have enough room for the storage of what you are going to go and buy, not the best idea to go and buy it. Take it from me. Now that I have gotten my craft room in a way that I can actually walk around in it and I can actually like breathe and it does not give me anxiety to be in there, I do not want to fill it and have it overflowing like it was before. That was not healthy. So yes, if you do not have the space to add a bunch of stuff into your craft room or your house, the box you may call your house, it's panic buying is not going to be good. Reason number 3 to not go on a panic buying spree at Joann is the mindless buying. If you are going because you have an idea of what you are going to do with the yarn and how much yarn you're going to need to do it with, then that is good. But if you're just going to Joann's to throw a bunch of whatever into your cart just to buy it, this is how stashes get out of control. We are not dragons. We do not need to sit on that kind of hoard. So if you are going, like I said, if you are going with a mindful, I am going to make this, and this is how much of this I need, and this is the other supplies that I need for this, by all means. But going in to just fill your cart with a bunch of stuff, no. The fourth reason to not panic and run to Joann's to panic buy is the fact that very few things at Joann are exclusive to Joann. That being said, the stuff that is exclusive to Joann's, you can find similar items elsewhere. So Big Twist yarn. I have to say that I have become a fan of Big Twist yarn. So that's probably the one that's going to be kind of boo. But in reality, Big Twist yarn is very similar, especially the value is very similar to, say, Michael's Impeccable. The only difference is that really that Michael's Impeccable is a little bit more expensive and more pricey, and you don't get as large of skeins as you would if you bought the Value Pound Plus from Big Twist. But in the same respect, it's still the same. It's still pretty close as far as consistency and feel and such. So, yeah, I don't see Big Twist being remarkably special in the long run. Number 5 to not go panic buying from Joann's is the fact that it's the end of Joann's. It's not the end of yarn. It is not the end of fabric. It is not the end of notions. It's not the end of any of this. There are still places that we can go and get those things. Might they have a coupon every day? No. But it's still places where we can buy these and we are still going to have access to them. Various different websites we can order things from. Yes, I understand you can't go in there and squish the yarn on websites, but if it is a new yarn to a new place and you are unsure of how it feels, put in an order, get one skein and see if you like it. If you do, then you can go ahead, you can go back and buy more of the same later or whatever. And it's one of those things too that not only are there other shops where you can get the same kind of things, but it also could bring you into buying local more often. So local yarn shops and local quilt shops and such are other places that you can find these same things. Um, can we argue that it might cost a little bit more? Sure, but those particular stores are stores that most likely, if they have enough patronage, they are not going to go out, and we are going to be able to keep, it's a little added bonus of keeping money in our own communities. Um, if you are interested in, I am not sponsored by, but I have found a really cool app that I have on my phone, and it's called Needle Travel. And this particular app, um, I know that it's on Android because I have Android. I don't know about iPhone, but with this app, you can find local yarn shops and local quilt shops and such. Um, so that way, along your travels, you can stop and find all these little spots. And I think that that is actually probably a benefit in the long run of Joann's potentially closing. I am going to leave you now with the one reason that I think you should go panic buy from Joann's, and that is if you are sitting on gift cards. If you are sitting on gift cards for Joann's, by all means, go and use those. Those are, as soon as the liquidation company buys the store, they are going to discontinue the use of gift cards. I am the last time I was in my store, they had stopped selling gift cards. From what I'm understanding, they are currently taking gift cards still, but I'm assuming that as soon as that liquidation firm gets a hold of the store, gets a hold of the keys and such, they are going to stop taking gift cards. And that, I say, is the reason to go and panic buy. Use your gift cards, make sure that you get your money's worth out of that. Because gift cards that aren't able to be used is a lot of money lost. I hope this has helped you. And if it has, like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, bye!